Hi there, it's me looking wild and wet and down by the Dordogne. You see Lila is out catching a stick and just about to swim in. She sounds a bit like a pig when she's swimming, so just ignore that. I've just done something that I've been putting off and scared about for quite a while. So I had this great notion when we moved to France that I was going to do a lot of wild swimming. So in other words, swimming in the river rather than swimming in a swimming pool or swimming in lakes. And yet the truth of the matter is I'm quite scared of it. My mind was quite scared of it. I'm a good swimmer, I'm a strong swimmer. Both my father and my grandfather would have swum in the Belfast Loch in the middle of winter, and they were, swimming's always been a part of my life. And I used to swim competitively when I was younger and things like that. But at some stage I got a bit of a fear in my mind. Now, obviously, there is a healthy fear of water, which keeps us safe and keeps us from doing crazy things. Like there's a few bits up the river here where the current is very, very strong, and that would just be quite insane to go swimming in there. Hello, Samson. But my fear was not so much about that. This bit of the river, which is very close to our house, is actually listed in a wild swimming book as safe, and it is safe. There's very, very, very slow current. So my fear is the things that live in the water, and I think I was one of the generation who was brought up with Jaws in mind. And it's a totally irrational fear. So I think I was very young when my brother, who was 10 years older than me, made me watch Jaws. So he might have been about 17 and I was 7, far too young to be watching anything like that. And so I've always had a bit of a fear since then of what lies underneath the water, not of the water itself. And around here there's a lot of fishing, and so my mind starts going to, what are they fishing for? Sorry, itchy, scratchy things now. What are they fishing for? And are there huge fish under there? Obviously, rationally, I know that there are no great white sharks in the Dordogne River. I also know there's no alligators, no crocodiles, or really anything else that could do me any harm at all. But a lot of our fears are irrational, aren't they? And so I noticed that I've been putting this off and procrastinating and listening to the fearful part of my mind. So I brought the dogs down here today, and it's just such a gorgeous day, and I was roasting hot, and I have my bikini on underneath this, and I just thought, really, what is stopping me? So gradually over the last few weeks I've been building up my equipment. So I've got my water shoes, so I don't have to stand on any of the slimy stuff underneath there. I've got a buoyancy aid here, which my friend Patricia recommended to me, just if I am going to be swimming on my own, just in case I got in trouble, now that I've been in there, I realise I won't. And so I've done it, and I feel great. I feel exhilarated. I feel my mind is telling me I'm a bit silly for not having done it before, but do you know what? I'm really, really proud of myself, and it means I can come down here pretty much every day now with the dogs and get braver and braver and braver and fitter and fitter and fitter, and it's just so beautiful here. You hear the sounds of the birds and the cicadas behind and the cliff on the other side. It's just such a gorgeous place to swim, and there's not another person around, and on this side of me is a big cornfield, so it's lovely and private. The occasional fisherman comes down here, but apart from that, we've got it all to ourselves. So I just wanted to share that with you, and really to ask you, what is there something that you would really love to do, but your mind is telling you either you can't or you're scared of doing it? And maybe you could set yourself a little challenge. Maybe today I might have inspired you, and just set yourself a little challenge. Just take one step towards it. It might be buying a piece of equipment which is going to help you to do that thing that you're a bit scared of doing, or just taking a first step. Take your first step and be gentle with yourself, and it is really about gently encouraging. I haven't been listening to the knife of self-attack. I haven't been lifting the knife of self-attack, which was could say very easily, oh, you should do this and you should. As soon as you start hearing shoulds, you know that you're self-attacking. So I haven't been doing that. I've just been very patient, the same way as we would with a little child, a little baby who's learning how to walk, and getting my first steps, getting my bits and pieces together, and having them in the car on the off chance that that I might one day be ready to do this. And last week we went in, I went in a much shallower part of the river, and Owen was there, so that was a little sort of safety blanket. And so little by little. So I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear from you in the feed below, and how you can sort of just be gentle with your mind, but really realize that it is just your mind making up these thoughts about why you can't do the thing that you want to do, and listen into the other part of you, the heart, which is the part that really, really wants to do the thing, because there's something in it. Definitely, if there's a bit of fear that, oh, I just got shaked over by a wet dog. Thanks, Lila. There's always another part of you which really does want to do it, and there's something in it for you if you can push through the fear. So I'm feeling really good about myself today, and I'd love you to feel really great about yourself by trying just a little step out of your comfort zone. So from me and Wet Lila, see you later. Bye bye.